Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn the new topic renal failure. So starting with the renal failure is the significant loss of renal function in both kidneys, and it decreases the glomerular filtration rate. Renal failure may be two types: acute, that is reversible one, acute renal failure, and second one is the chronic renal failure. So let us understand the pathophysiology of renal failure. In renal failure, there may be two types: glomerular or tubular dysfunction. So let us see here the glomerular nephritis that causes the glomerular damage, while the aminoglycoside nephrotoxicity causes the tubular damage. So let us start with the acute renal failure. So I have shown here that the sites of acute renal failure, the three types: pre-renal failure, then intrarenal failure, and post-renal acute renal failure. So the pre-renal is before kidney, intrarenal means inside the kidney, and post-renal means below or lower urinary system. So what are the causes of acute renal failure? First one may be the myocardial infarction, then rhabdomyolysis, the decreased blood flow, obstruction to blood flow, then glomerulonephritis is one of the common cause of acute renal failure. So as we also saw, there are three types of acute renal failure: pre-renal failure, intrarenal failure, and post-renal failure. So let us start with the first, pre-renal failure. Pre-renal failure may result from the impaired or reduced blood flow to the kidney, and it caused due to the shock, maybe due to hypotension, so the blood flow do not reach to the kidney properly, and pre-renal acute failure can occur there. The another causes anaphylaxis that causes the pre-renal failure. The next is intrarenal failure that results from the acute damage to the renal structures, and it may cause due to the acute glomerulonephritis and pyelonephritis. The nephritis means the inflammation of the glomerulus, and that may result acute tubular necrosis and may occur due to the damage of kidney structures due to the various toxins. The toxins may be including the drugs or heavy metals, and acute tubular necrosis is the most common cause of the acute renal failure. The third one is the post-renal failure. So the post-renal failure results from the conditions that block the urine outflow, means in the ureter, that is the lower urinary tract. So the post-renal failure may cause due to the obstruction of urine outflow, that may be the urinary calculi, or that is also another reason, the tumors which could blocks the urine outflow from the urinary we can say that is the ureters, and cause the post-renal failure. So let us see the symptoms of acute renal failure. So first is the common symptom is the decreased kidney function, the obstruction to urinary tract, then there may be sometime blood may occur in the urine, decreased urine output, dehydration is one of the symptom of acute renal failure, then detectable abnormal mass, then skin becomes pale, the appetite loss or maybe poor appetite. So how we can diagnose the symptoms and acute renal failure? We can go for the routine laboratory test, creatinine and blood urea nitrogen test. So we can easily find out if there is an increase in the serum creatinine and blood urea nitrogen level. So we can come to know that our renal function is not going properly, and accumulation of this creatinine and blood urea nitrogen takes place in our blood. Ultrasound of kidney helps to determine whether the kidney problem is acute or chronic. Then the third diagnosis is the kidney biopsy. Then computer tomography scan can be performed. Now let us focus on the treatment of acute renal failure. So treatment involves the prevention of acute renal failure through the support blood pressure and blood volume. So we can increase the blood flow towards the kidney so that the pre-renal failure could not occur and flow reach to the kidney properly. Then the second one could be the second approach is the correction of fluid and electrolyte imbalance. Then the third one is the dialysis, which may be employed while the kidneys are in the recovery phase. And we have to maintain the diet that should have low protein and high carbohydrate diet, so it will not form the nitrogenous waste, that is the blood urea nitrogen and creatinine. The second is the chronic renal failure. So as we have saw, the acute renal failure is a reversible and sudden occurrence, but chronic renal failure is not a sudden one. It is the progressive kidney damage and loss of function over 3 months or longer period. So it is classified into 4 progressive stages. It is classified 4 progressive stages depending on the different glomerular filtration rate. So GFR decreased to 35 to 50% of normal, that is diminished renal reserve. Renal insufficiency, here the GFR goes to 20 to 30% of normal. Renal failure, the GFR less than 20% of normal. And end stage renal disease, here the 5% normal, that is the GFR becomes less than the 5% of normal. So these are the 4 different classes of chronic renal failure. So what can cause the chronic renal failure? The one is the chronic glomerulonephritis, that is the longer time damage to the glomerulus in the kidney. Then chronic infections can cause the chronic renal failure. Then renal obstruction, that is for the longer duration renal obstructions. Then the another comorbidities like diabetes, hypertension can causes the chronic renal failure. Then diabetic nephropathy, that is the diabetes induced nephropathy, that is decrease in the function of the kidney. Or polycystic kidney disease also can cause the chronic renal failure. So symptoms may remain unrevealed because it is a chronic one. So some symptoms like anemia, increased levels of phosphates, then malaise, dry skin, poor appetite, vomiting, bone pain, detectable abdominal mass. So these are some symptoms by which we can identify the chronic renal failure stage. We have to focus on the glomerular filtration rate, so we can identify the stage of the chronic renal failure. So treatment of chronic renal failure, it involves the careful management of fluid and electrolyte, then prudent use of diuretics so that we can prevent the further damage of the kidney. Then carefully manage the diet, restriction of dietary protein intake, then recombinant erythropoietin to treat the anemia condition. Renal dialysis may be suggested by the physician, and the last one is maybe the renal transplantation, which can cure the chronic renal failure stage. So this is all about our renal failure. So please support, share and subscribe my channel, and